Greetings, Arisen. I wish you naught but fair travels as you get started in the harsh and wild world of Dragon's Dogma 2. However, a wish alone may not suffice, as the perils are vast and great. So instead, here's Aught you should know before you venture into Vermund, Batal, and beyond. It's tips. Beginner tips. That's what we're doing. First off, you should note that there is only one save file, and that you won't be able to select a difficulty option. Saves will be done either when you rest at an inn or a house, or when you manually save in the main menu. There is a little room here to reload a save from either one of those, but generally, decisions are going to be made and stuck with, and the game will push for consequences to be a permanent thing. As for difficulty options, there is no choice of easy, medium, or hard, or anything like that. The game is what it is, and you'll have to adapt to the world as it comes at you. It's not Dark Souls levels of punishing by any means, but it will require caution, preparation, and plenty of practice. Just try not to travel at night. At the start of the game, you can select your vocation, which is your character's class. This determines what weapons you can use, the armor you can wear, and the skills and abilities that you'll unlock. However, fear not, as you're not locked into these decisions over the course of the game. In fact, you can return to any one of the vocation guilds across the settlements and change your vocation at any time.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it.
As you play a certain vocation, you'll unlock discipline points, which can be used to gain new skills and buffs, but can also be spent to unlock the other vocations. Switching to another vocation means you'll lose access to your current skills and gear in order to start afresh with a new vocation, but the individual progress will be saved, so switching back to your original vocation means you'll still have your rank, skills, and can equip the weapons and armor you were using before. By all means, try out each vocation, but you will want to rank up the ones that you use the most. Just after the opening of the game, you'll arrive at a stronghold where characters will introduce you to a number of systems and mechanics, one of which being the Rift Stones.
Before you stands a Rift Stone.
Using this, you will unlock your main pawn, your traveling companion, who you will need to create as you did your own character. However, as soon as you've done this, you'll want to interact with the stone again and hire 2 more pawns. While you and your main pawn will level up together, other pawns will not. The other 2 you can hire will be either pre-created pawns or have been created by other players. Hiring them means bringing along their experience, skill sets, and they might even have a specific quest that another player has set for them. Take this opportunity to fill out your party immediately.
It will be an honor to serve by your side.
Whether you want to aim for a mix of vocations or have more of a magic or martial preference, it will be key to bring along a full team at all times. You can go adventuring with just you and your main pawn, but it's strongly recommended to get some extra help before doing, well, anything really. This one feels like an obvious thing to say, but in the first open world game in a while to not include wall climbing or gliders, it may just be necessary. Please take your time to explore. There are countless things to find around every corner, whether that be chests, tidbits of lore, whole quest lines, or one of the 240 plus seeker tokens that will eat at your very being as you strive to collect as many as you can.
Now here's a surprise.
This applies to the wilderness just as much as it does to the cities and settlements. In the wilds, you'll find hidden paths, vertical locations to reach, caves, and nooks and crannies that probably have saurians or an ogre hiding in them. In the settlements, you can enter buildings, climb onto rooftops, and find items littered around just about everywhere, so make sure to look for ladders, ledges, and someone's precious belongings as you charge into their bedroom to open up their storage containers and smash their pots.
A splendid discovery.
And with so many quests potentially hiding away across the map too, that leads us into the next point. Talk to absolutely everyone.
Oh, 'tis you.
There are no quest markers in Dragon's Dogma 2, so side quests will be something of a subtlety. Sometimes NPCs will approach you, or hail for your attention in order to express their woes and enlist your help.
Aha! There you are!
But there are also plenty of occasions that you'll need to take action first. You may need to follow up after overhearing a situation, or look out for someone who looks rather lost and perplexed, just waiting for a hero to come to their rescue.
Oh dear. What am I to do?
It could just be item retrieval, a family or friend rescue mission, or it could be something much bigger and more drastic.
What? Weren't harpies reported in that area?
Either way, it really is just worth chatting with the people you see out and about, and if they have nothing to say, well then they won't say much beyond matters of their mundane lives.
What would you of me? My time isn't yours to waste.
Well, mundane until a Cyclops happens to turn up at the city gates. Now speaking of quest markers, you may be a slight bit confused at first when you spot these exclamation marks on your minimap. Surely that's a quest, right? Nope, it's probably just a ladder. Or an eviction notice. These exclamation marks are actually just points of interest, and will often be pointed out by your pawns who are just desperate to say something every 3 meters traveled.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ladders that lead somewhere, some information on a location, or even another token. It really aids that need to explore, as sometimes these markers will show you where to explore, but getting to it can sometimes be half the battle. When you see these markers pop up, try to check it out. It might just be useful, or it could just be some more personal belongings to shamelessly steal. Now this one is more of a personal preference, but one that I found super helpful almost immediately after starting the game. Automatically, you will have a button assigned to both examine and dash. On a controller, this will be circle or B, as well as a dedicated sprint button using the left stick. I immediately found myself trying to interact with something and accidentally running in a direction, needing to stop and try again. Luckily, there is a dedicated option in the menu to change this button from examine/dash to just examine. And as you're likely to just use the left stick for sprinting anyway, it only makes sense to change this minor frustration as soon as possible. I'm just trying to talk to people, not run away from them. Well, I mean, maybe. I don't think this one is explicitly explained by the game, and if it was, I forgot. But you can command your pawns to do quite a bit when making use of the go command. Not only does it mean spread out and gather stuff, but it can also be used to follow up on suggestions when they speak, or to clear paths if needed. Quite often, a pawn may suggest a path or detour, especially if they have knowledge of the area to offer.
I'd wager there's ought to be found here.
Pressing go when they say something will give them the lead, and they'll take you to the quest marker or even to some loot they know about in the area.
Good thing I'm here, really. I know just where to go.
Or if a cave has a blockage of rocks that needs clearing, pressing go will instruct them to clear it out, whether it be with explosive arrows or a giant hammer.
You need me at the Vanguard?
Whatever is on hand, really. Also, if you're ever in danger and seriously hurt and you have a mage in your party, make sure to press help and they will be right there to heal you immediately. If they know the heal spell, which is unfortunate when they don't. Now, one of the biggest draws of Dragon's Dogma, including the original game, is the ability to climb and clamber on monsters. Just like Shadow of the Colossus, we all love reaching the top of a towering being only to fell it, and dragons and cyclopses are no different.
Glad that's over with.
However, it uses up stamina. A lot of it. So managing to hold on, reach the top, and be able to take some swings can seem quite difficult. What you can do when you reach the top of the beast, or at least a flat surface while it's steady enough, is release grab. Your character will remain standing on the monster and will keep balance, regaining stamina so then you can continue to climb or grab back on if you need to. It's fairly easy to stay on top of a monster. Well, they might start shaking aggressively to throw you off, in which case just hope and pray that your pawns will catch you. And speaking of, while some monsters try to shake you off, others will take flight. And yes, you can ride the flying monsters.
Keep a firm grip, Master.
Should you? Probably not. Climbing on top of a griffin in the middle of battle may seem like a good idea, but it will quickly take flight and leave you stranded atop it mid-air. Suddenly it's heading miles in a direction and you have no safe way down. Chances are it's taking you to its lair, where you have no real hope of survival. You can jump off the griffin at any point, but your pawns probably won't catch you this time. Maybe just stick to the ground next time. And there you have some things to keep in mind as you get started with Dragon's Dogma 2. It really is an incredible game, and we're excited to see everyone's adventures and splats. We'll have more on Dragon's Dogma 2 coming up soon, so until then, fare thee well, Arisen.